Lovely sexy gaming people. So I've just had a delivery drop from Wayland Games. It's the first time I've ordered from them. Delivery was quite quick actually, I was quite pleased with that. But I ordered a Mantic terrain crate, Abandoned Town, another Mantic terrain crate, Haunted Manor, and the Dungeons and Lasers Townsfolk miniature pack. But what we're going to look at today in this video will be the Haunted Manor terrain crate. Now, this is the first time I've ordered a Mantic terrain crate. I've had my eye on these for quite a while, but they look good. I'm hoping that the polyvinyl plastic that they use isn't too badly warped, because it is a bit of a faff getting that back straight. But on the back it shows you what's included in the box, and then we've got some just pictures on the side really, and that's it. But this is actually a nice sturdy box as well. So it's come in, I think this is probably a bit unnecessary, but it's come in a plastic insert. I think it, considering the way it's packed, I think it could have happily not had the plastic insert. But there we go. So what are we? How are we going to look at this? What are we going to do? How about we do? Because I'm assuming that these are bagged according to the different terrain crates that they belong to. So we've been sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bags, and we get this terrain crate leaflet. Hellboy the board game. Cool. Should we start with some spooky trees? Let's start with some spooky trees and we'll work our way towards the figures through the furniture. So figures can go there, furniture, that's more figures, and there we go. I'm actually just going to call up the Mantic website. Here we go, Mantic, come on. And whilst that's loading, let's get this first bag opened. So, our first bag contains spooky trees. I mean, yeah, it's polyvinyl, but it seems fairly sturdy. Okay. I'm assuming that can go in there. It doesn't fit very well. Right, oh no, it goes in that one. Right, okay, so we have these two trees, which look great. They'll look great if you pop them on a little bit of scenery board, you know, as just dead trees. So I'd probably paint these up with various shades of grey. This one has a little oval that you can leave as that, or you get this tiny little face. So I hope you can see that. So this would kind of like a weirwood tree that you have in Game of Thrones, which kind of goes on like so. So we have a tree stump and we have some mushrooms. So that could literally, you could use that on a base of something or other. But yeah, I mean, although they're polyvinyl, they are pretty sturdy as scenery pieces go, you know. And once if you glue them down onto a scenery piece, as like maybe a just triangular scatter scenery piece, they'll work quite well, you know. I do love that little face though. So that's the first one. So we get according to this, we get, where is it? Two different spooky trees. So there you go. That's it. They are literally just called spooky trees. Right, we'll put those to the side. Let's have a look at look at this one. So here we go. Right, so we've got a wardrobe, a robe. It's slightly funny shape, but once that's up against the wall or something, we've got a desk. We have a table, which is not quite, so this looks like it's been pre-assembled because there's glue on it, but it's a little bit skew with. We've got this really brilliant sofa, and then we got this suit of armour. So suit of armour there, which could literally be used in a dungeon setting. But yeah, these look good. So, you know, you'd be able to populate a fairly affluent manor house with these. Okay then. Now that's odd. So right, I can open both these up. Okay, because we've got two beds, we've got two of these rugs, and I think this is a duplicate. Let's have a look. It says two padded armchairs. Oh, right, so that's probably correct. Right, so two padded armchairs, one rocking chair, haven't got to that yet. Where are we? Two bookcases. There we go, two bookcases. Come on, two beds. There we go. One couch, which you've seen. Two candelabras, tall. So 1, 2. That's got a bend in it, so that's going to need to go into the boiling water to hopefully bend it straight and then straight into cold water. We've then got two, it says wall candles, but to me they look like more like table candles, so they would look more like that on a table, if you know what I mean. Two rugs, yep. Two bedside cabinets, yep. Four, I've got 3 chairs here. Am I missing a chair? Oh, there's one. Right, 4 chairs. I do apologise if you can hear the kids outside. 4 chairs. Right, so seeing as it was mentioned in the list by the beds and that, let's have a look at this bag. Let's put those aside, and we get a grand piano. Look at that. It's even got the pedals, the tonal pedals on the bottom. A grandfather clock. I've seen on Etsy mimics for grandfather clocks, so yeah, I think I'll be getting a grandfather clock mimic, which will be fun. We've got a dressing table, the rocking chair that was mentioned. We have a fireside table. Is that a fireside table? That could be the piano stool. There's your poker rest, poker rack, and we've got a table clock here, small carriage clock. And what would that be? So we've got a piano stool, apparently. 4 chairs, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, 1 desk, 1 table, 2 bookcases, 1 couch, 1 piano, 1 piano stool. Well, it just says stool, so one of these is the piano stool and one of these is just a stool. So, and again, the legs are slightly skew with. So I'm wondering if it might be worth me just popping that onto a base, put a base on it. Yeah, so take your pick. Actually, those legs match the vanity unit. So let's put those aside. Now, this is outside as well. So this is, we have one sarcophagus, and this is a little bit lame that they haven't moulded it so that you could actually put something in there. The top's quite warped, and that's going to take some real bending back into position. That is, you could use it as a rocking, a seesaw. So that's a shame. You have this angel statue. That's pretty cool. Then we have a broken grave. See if you can see that. You have a grave with a cross, freshly dug grave. We have a stone-topped grave. And then we just have some gravestones here. It's bog standard gravestones with RIP on them. And then we have this really cool, cute little zombie hand. I don't know if you can see that. That's gonna have to go in a little baggie for itself so I don't lose it. Then knowing my luck, I'll now lose the bag. Right, so where do we go? Where do we go? Let's put those aside. So we've done all the furniture and stuff. Let's have a look at what creatures we get. So we get this. Big ass dude. Come on. Cross between a gorilla, an octopus, and a tyrannid. But he's quite chunky. So if you play 40k and you've seen tyrannids, this is what reminds me of it being a tyrannid sort of thing. But yeah, we've got some tentacles, including tentacles coming out of its backside. And some strong old forearm things there, which, like I say, kind of remind me of a bit of a gorilla. But that's cool. This is listed as a Goliath monstrosity. So let's pop that there. We then have 4 mutants on the list, which I think are these. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they look good. That kind of looks a bit like Creature from the Black Lagoon, that one. But yeah, they look quite good. They're, like I said, they're kind of like a hardish polyplastic again. Polyvinyl. Let's go with this one. Now, we have one giant mutant, which I'm assuming is this guy. Very Cthulhu-esque sort of thing, by the look of it. That's pretty cool, actually. Loving the texture on this guy. That's if you just want to quickly use a dry brush technique, that'll really pick up the paint on a dry brush technique. But that's nice, that's cool. Tentacle, big tentacle for a tongue. He's cool. I like that one. We then get a cultist leader. have let's see how they compare. So he's a little bit tall compared to Saruman here, but yeah, not too much, not so much that it looks, you know, really out of place. He could literally just be a tall bugger. And then there's this is fantastic. Right, okay, so I'm playing D&D at the moment, and we're doing Spelljammer, so there's lots of ships, and the way that this is coming up through the wood, equally it could be coming up through the floorboards of a house, but equally I think it could be the Kraken coming up through the hull of a ship. I'm going to have to think about what kind of paint scheme I use for this. I'm going to have to start looking for inspiration. But that's really cool. I'm really hoping that it will take the paint well. But yeah, I like that. It's just a shame that we're not able to build this up ourselves, so that we can obviously get in there and paint it all before putting it together. But that's cool. That is brilliant. I love it. Okay, all right, stop with that. Right, now, oh, forgot. We also get these 2 frog spawns, or swarms, I should say. So, or toad swarms, take your pick. But they're cool. They're cute little like swarm markers that you can have. And then final bag for this. Who is this? This is a witch, I think. So we've got a witch. So again, if we take Saruman, almost the same height. Yeah, so not too bad. So 1 witch. We've got a harpy, and this looks cool. This looks brilliant. I love this. This harpy looks great. They've used a stone pillar to obviously have her in mid-air rather. We've got a dire wolf. It's quite small compared to the wargs that you get in the Lord of the Rings series. As you can see, quite a bit bigger, but I'm sure it'll paint up nicely, and it might be more in keeping, you know, with D&D size. It's on a 25mm base, so that's good. We've got a bat swarm, so that's cool. For those that own Cursed City, it's another mini that you could put in with Cursed City. We then have this werewolf, which is great. You've got a little tail. So, howling at the moon. And then we get this giant raven. So that's the first terrain crate that I've had. Some of the bags we can reuse, which I will do. But there's a lot of plastic here. Yeah, so that is just brilliant. So much in this that's so useful. You know, for populating scenes and such. Yeah, hopefully there's a big old mould line going right diagonally across that. Hopefully we can get rid of that. Some of these will need just bending, so I might boil them and then put them between 2 solid pieces of wood or something, and then dip it straight into a bowl of ice water to hopefully get that. And I'm probably gonna put those onto 25mm bases, just so that they're more sturdy. But yeah, the detail on these things is really good. Really good. I'm impressed. Anyway, I'm going to open the abandoned town next. I'll speak to you soon. All right, take care. Bye bye.